It's the year 2017. In an engagement party, the beautiful Avery is telling everyone how she met her fiancé 3 years earlier at a Halloween party. As she speaks, her friend Noah, who secretly loves her, remembers that night vividly. In his flashback, Noah accidentally spills his drink on Avery. They laugh it off, compliment each other's costumes, and introduce themselves. As they chat, Avery mentions that she came with her roommate, Carrie, but she's busy flirting with someone. Avery then asks Noah if they can go somewhere else, and he takes her to a jazz bar where he works as a pianist. There, he plays and sings a song for her, which she enjoys deeply. Before he finishes his performance, Avery pulls him to a photo booth to take some pictures together. Noah admits that he's never been in a relationship before, and Avery tells him he's cute. Later, they go to Avery's house. They play foosball, then move to the kitchen to eat Cookie Crisp while talking. Avery shares that she organizes charity events for children, the elderly, and even animals. Just as Noah is about to kiss her, the flashback ends, and we return to the present engagement party. Avery proudly introduces her fiancé, Ethan. Noah is heartbroken. He starts drinking heavily, first glasses, then an entire bottle. Soon after, he throws up in the bathroom, and Avery rushes in to check on him. Ethan joins them, kindly offering Noah some vitamin water and crackers to help him recover. As Ethan and Avery leave, Noah watches sadly as they kiss in front of him. Ethan tells Avery that his parents are about to call on Skype, then tells Noah to get some rest before walking away. Avery asks Carrie to take Noah home since she's also leaving early, but Noah refuses and says he'll call an Uber. Unfortunately, he drops his phone into a punch bowl. With no choice, he agrees to leave with Carrie. Before going, he takes and kisses a plate with Avery's face printed on it. In the car, he finally admits to Carrie that he's in love with Avery. Instead of going home, Noah tricks Carrie into driving him to the jazz bar. Still drunk, he stumbles inside with her help. There, they meet his friend Max, a company vice president. Carrie tries to leave, but Noah begs her to stay and listen to how he and Avery first met. He tells her how that night ended. When he tried to kiss Avery, she only hugged him instead. It crushed him to realize she only saw him as a friend. The next day, Avery met Ethan at a store while buying Cookie Crisp. Noah truly believed he and Avery shared a real connection back then, but Carrie gently tells him it's time to move on. After Carrie leaves, Noah tells Max that Avery could never love him because he's not good looking. Tired of seeing him miserable, Max leads him to the photo booth and tells him to rest. Noah takes out the old photo booth pictures he took with Avery, stares at them for a while, and then falls asleep. Before drifting off, he wishes he could go back in time and do everything differently. The next morning, Noah wakes up and steps outside. To his shock, it's Halloween. When he enters a convenience store, he notices the newspaper date, October 31st, 2014. Confused, he asks for his usual blueberry Red Bull, but the cashier says that drink doesn't exist. Realizing something strange is happening, he grabs the newspaper and rushes to see his friend Max at the office. When he arrives, he finds out that Max is still just an employee, not yet a vice president. Noah explains what's going on, but Max doesn't believe a word. Desperate, Noah goes to find Carrie, who's doing a Halloween photo shoot nearby. He tries to convince her that they know each other, that she helped him to the bar when he was drunk, but she has no idea who he is. Feeling hopeless, Noah finally realizes the truth. He has somehow traveled back in time, to the day before he first met Avery. Believing this is his second chance to make things right, he decides to win her heart this time. That night, he dresses sharply and heads to the Halloween party. When he sees Avery, he confidently starts a conversation. He impresses her by talking about the things she's passionate about, and Avery seems amazed that they have so much in common. Just like before, they end up going to the jazz bar and taking pictures in the photo booth. Later, they go to Avery's house. As Noah leans in to kiss her, Carrie suddenly walks in. Recognizing him as the strange man who bothered her earlier, she panics. Avery, thinking he's a stalker, accuses him of following her and knowing too much about her life. In the chaos, they scream and hit him with a plant. Noah is knocked out. When he wakes up the next morning, he assumes it was all just a dream. He checks his phone and sends Avery a message apologizing for getting drunk at her engagement party, but her reply shocks him. She asks who he is. Confused, Noah goes to her house to apologize in person. Ethan opens the door, and Noah quickly realizes he's back in 2017, the day of the engagement party. The moment Avery sees him, she sprays him with pepper spray, calling him the stalker from 3 years ago. Carrie hits him with a plant again, and Ethan tackles him to the ground. Noah manages to escape and runs home, trying to figure out how the time travel happened. Thinking it all started with a photo booth, he returns there, hoping to travel back to 2014 once more. Noah confirms he's back in time by checking his phone. Excited, he calls his friend Max and asks for advice on how to impress a woman. Max tells him to act cool and a bit rude, saying that's what women find attractive. Following his friend's advice, Noah approaches Avery at the party and tries to act confident. He teases her about her costume, then holds out a beer, saying she can have it if she tells him something interesting about herself. Avery, clearly annoyed, calls him a jerk and walks away. Noah follows her outside, still acting arrogant, until Avery finally pushes him into the pool. When he asks for help, he pulls her in too. They argue, laugh, and end up kissing in front of everyone. That night, they continue being intimate at Avery's house. The next morning, Noah wakes up beside Avery. He checks his phone and sees it's already 2017. Overjoyed, he believes his plan worked. But when Avery wakes up, she reminds him that they're not a couple. She just calls him whenever she wants to spend the night. She's still waiting for the right man to come along. Noah doesn't mind at first, thinking he's lucky just to be with her, but later realizes he's turned into a complete jerk. Soon after, Ethan and Carrie arrive at Avery's house. Noah is shocked to learn that Avery and Ethan are actually close friends. The four of them go jogging together, and Noah becomes jealous seeing how well Avery and Ethan get along. During the run, he trips and falls. Carrie stays behind to help him while Avery and Ethan continue jogging. Noah confides in Carrie that he loves Avery and wants to be the kind of man she could see a future with. Carrie tells him that what Avery truly wants is someone mature and stable, a man she can build her life with. Determined to become that man, Noah returns to the photo booth and travels back to 2014 once more. This time, he heads straight to Max's office to apply for a job, wanting to prove he can be successful. That night, he goes to the Halloween party again and approaches Avery. They talk, and he later takes her to the jazz bar. He tells her he used to work there but quit because he now has a job that will lead to a successful and steady life. Impressed, Avery leans on his shoulder, and they hold hands. Fast forward 3 years later, Noah wakes up in 2017 inside a sleek office. He's gained weight but is now wealthy and accomplished. On his desk, he finds an invitation to his engagement party with Avery. When he gets home, he's stunned by how luxurious his house is. Avery comes down the stairs, kisses him, and shows him a plate featuring a photo of the two of them together. Noah is thrilled and kisses her back. Then Carrie arrives, and Noah is surprised to learn she also lives there. Avery explains that when Noah travels for work, Carrie stays to keep her company. As Noah leaves for the office, he steps outside and sees an expensive car, the very one he dreamed of having since childhood. When Noah arrives at the office, the place looks empty until suddenly, his boss and coworkers pop out to surprise him with a celebration for his promotion to senior vice president. A Chinese executive congratulates him, and to Noah's surprise, he's able to speak fluent Chinese in return. Then Max walks in, furious. He accuses Noah of being a backstabber and stealing the promotion that was supposed to be his. Max angrily reminds him that he was the one who begged their boss to hire Noah in the first place before storming out. Feeling guilty and stressed, Noah starts eating non-stop to calm himself down. His secretary soon enters, reminding him about his next meeting. When Noah checks his schedule, he discovers it's completely full for the next 3 months. He asks if he can take even half a day off, but she warns him that anyone who skips work gets fired immediately. She even tells him about Davis, a former employee who lost his job and is now homeless. The story leaves Noah feeling trapped and miserable. Later, at his engagement party, Noah shows up late. He greets the guests and Avery's parents, then decides to play the piano and sing the song he once performed the night he and Avery met, but he forgets the melody and ends up playing off-key. Looking for Avery, he runs into Carrie, who tells him she's with Ethan. Noah finds them in the bathroom. Ethan is throwing up in the toilet, likely from something he ate. Avery insists on taking Ethan to the bedroom to rest, but Noah offers to drive him home instead. On the way, Ethan admits that he secretly took one of the engagement plates from the party. He also confesses that he told Avery he's in love with her. When Noah asks what Avery said, Ethan replies that she wished things could have been different. Hearing this breaks Noah's heart. Back home, Noah opens up to Carrie, asking why Avery doesn't love him. Carrie tells him that Avery cares deeply for him, but not in a romantic way. Noah admits that he enjoys talking with Carrie, and she feels the same. That's when Noah finally realizes Avery deserves happiness, even if it's not with him. He decides to travel back to 2014 one last time. This time, Noah takes on the role of Cupid. He brings Ethan to the Halloween party and introduces him to Avery. Once they start talking, Noah quietly leaves them to get to know each other. He then turns his attention to Carrie. As they talk, he discovers they share more things in common than he ever had with Avery. They dance together at the party, and later go to the jazz bar, where Noah learns that Carrie actually loves jazz and can play the piano, too. They get along perfectly. Avery then calls them over to take photos with her and Ethan at the photo booth. The four of them take pictures, all smiling and happy. Fast forward to 2017, Noah wakes up in bed again. This time, everything in his life feels right. His friendship with Max is repaired, but Max mentions that Carrie is now dating her ex-boyfriend. Hurt, Noah rushes to Carrie's house. He tells her they're meant to be together and pulls her in for a kiss, but Carrie gently pushes him away, clearly confused. Then her boyfriend, Phil, appears. Noah asks her if she's truly happy, but she can't answer. Trying to fix everything once more, Noah heads to the jazz bar, hoping to travel back in time again. But when he arrives, he finds that the photo booth has been replaced. Sitting where it used to be, he feels hopeless and defeated. Just then, Avery and Ethan arrive. Avery tells him that she actually got the old photo booth and brought it to his house as a gift. Overjoyed, Noah realizes he has one last chance to make things right with Carrie. He rushes home, sits inside the photo booth, and travels back to 2014 one final time. But this time, he doesn't plan to change anything. He'll let everything unfold the way it should. Everything happens just like before, leading once again to Ethan and Avery's engagement. When that day arrives, Noah talks with Carrie, and the two immediately connect. He asks her out, and this time, they start dating, finally finding the happiness he had been chasing all along.